Hello, I'd like to now give you a brief overview of your lab manual and homework packets and what to expect with them. This is a picture of your homework packet and lab manual packet that you can purchase from the bookstore. Please turn to the beginning pages of your homework packet and lab manual packet, and you'll notice the table of contents. First, I'm going to address the safety preparedness and also the grading rubric for the lab manuals. And in another segment, I will talk about when lab units and lab materials are due. You'll notice that all of your unit homework is found at the end of this packet. Turning the page, you will see the guidelines for our laboratory safety, and I will discuss these with you in person. I'll also review where we evacuate in case of an emergency when we are in our lab room versus our lecture room. If you continue to turn the page, you will notice that there is a signature page. After you have listened to your orientation on your syllabus for what to expect throughout the semester, and we have reviewed our emergency preparedness, what to do and what not to do in the lab, etc., I need you to sign both sections, cut this out, and turn it in to me by the second week of class. I would prefer to have it the very first day. I said that I would go over the grading rubric for the lab manuals, but I will save this for when I actually tape my segment on the lab manual and PhysioX materials. Right now, I would like you to turn to the first homework packet. Homework Unit 1. Well, first of all, as you briefly go through this homework packet, you'll notice that there is some review on chemistry, review with math, and some very easy calculations for osmolality and osmolarity. Now, all math calculations, anything that would require you to use a calculator will only be tested on a lab exam. You might be wondering then why in a homework packet, which should reflect lecture material, you are given some practice problems with math and chemistry when they're only going to be tested on a lab exam. Well, the idea is that lab and lecture material have considerable overlap, and it is in your best interest to start working on some lab material to gain practice. So oftentimes in your homework packet, you will be given some problems that really do pertain to your lab exams. Again, all math will be on lab exams. The idea is I want you to start working on them so you don't slack off and get behind. Even if there is material in your homework packet that will only be tested on a lab exam, you are still required to finish it in that homework packet and turn it in. Now, when are the homework packets due? If you look at your calendar, which is found at the end of your syllabus, you will notice that I give you the date when your homework packets are due. They are due the class time prior to your lecture exam. That's for good reason. The homework packets were developed to give you practice with problems that you could expect to see on your lecture and in some cases your lab exams. Now you will turn these packets in the day before your scheduled lecture exam. I will grade them to see that they are complete. Meaning, as long as you answer all of your questions as I flip through, I will give you full credit for your homework packet. You are not marked down for incorrect answers. You are marked down for incomplete answers. Some students say, well, how will I know my answers are correct? After you turn in your packet, I will provide my homework packet for you to look through and double check your answers. And that way, during office hours that day, if you need me to go over any problems you wrote down incorrectly, you can get all of your questions ironed out in plenty of time before your scheduled exams. Again, when you turn these in, you simply put them on my desk. I quickly check them to make sure everything is complete. You get a full score if you turn it in the day it's due, completed. And again, that's 10% of your overall grade. Don't slack on that.